United 840, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 34 left, United 840.
United 840, contact departures.
Over departure, United 840. United 840, I believe we hit a bunch of birds, look like pigeons at 1,000 feet.
United 840, would that be north of the runway flight strip?
That's correct, sir.
United 840 and outside the perimeter, confirm.
Roger, sir. And we're going to switch to departure.
United 840.
What is 61.4 right tango day?
Lossy 1281, there might be a bunch of birds to the north of the flight strip. Previous departure reports hitting a number of birds. Should be happy to continue. Runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Have you got any observations from your position? 1281.
Lossy 1281, no, nothing from here.
Okay, 34 left, clear for takeoff. Lossy 1281.
Rex 467, the Welsh report of previous departure hitting some birds north of the runway flight strip. You happy to continue?
Rex 467.
Rex 467, the sign heading left 230, runway 34 left, line up and wait.
Sign heading left 230, line up and wait, 34 left, Rex 467.
Rex 467, okay, they're north of the flight strip, confirm.
No, the Ibis, they fly across there, basically following the tunnel underneath the runway.
Rex 467. You did 1572. There have been reports of birds in the area. There's nothing sighted on the runway at the moment. You happy to continue? The area about mid-runway, and also there was a previous bird strike north of the flight strip outside the aerodrome perimeter.
And departure, good morning, United 840, climbing through 2,000 for 5,000 on runway track.
United 840, good morning, identified.
Sure everything's okay before we continue on towards LA.
United 840, roger, maintain 5,000.
Maintain 5,000, United 840, thank you.
United 840, roger, turn left, take in turn left, runway heading of 320. United 840, copy you declaring emergency, and how long do you need to dump fuel? United 840, roger, just confirm operations are normal for just general manoeuvring to dump the fuel. United 840, do you have another radio? That radio is breaking, it's only readability 2. Talking to two pilots on the flight deck there, just to confirm, United 840, heading 320, maintain 8,000.
United 840, when you can, if you can advise the likely duration of the fuel dump, please.
It's 15 more minutes, United 840.
United 840, thank you. United 840, when you can, I request information on the persons on board and any dangerous cargo, thanks.
Negative on the dangerous cargo, we have 238 souls on board.
238, United 840, thank you.
And Sydney, United 840.
United 840.
Yeah, we're all done with everything. We're ready to go back, and on the landing rolls, we're anticipating normal landing. We should be able to taxi off the runway after we roll out.
United 840, understood. Expect a right turn for the localizer for 34 left, and the localizer frequency is 110.1.
Okay, we'll stop you. Thank you, United 840.
United 840, have about 28 miles to run, descend 6,000.
And 6,000, United 840.
United 840, make the heading 030, and then expect a left turn to intercept the localizer.
030, we'll expect that, United
United 840, descend 3000.
3,000 United 840.
United 840, thanks. Clear to ILS runway 34 left approach.
Clear for the ILS 34 left United 840.
All stations awaiting departure now. There will be a delay. Distress phase arrival 7 miles.
Yeah, United 840 clear left.
Not 840. The wind is 300 degrees 8 knots. You can roll through to Gulf if that's your preference. Runway 34 left. Clear to land.
Clear land runway 34 left.
Via the crossing runway if that works. Otherwise, Gulf's available.
Alright, we'll take the crossing runway United 840.
United 840, Roger. And you're happy to continue to obey?
Yeah, it looks, everything looks normal here in the cockpit. We're happy to continue to the bay. We just don't know where.
United 840, okay. Take runway 25 to the left. Continue down runway 25 and contact ground 126, decimal 5.
1265, we'll continue down to runway 25. Thank you.
United 840, continue along runway 25, continue along the runway, thanks. The tender vehicles will be following you. Exit at Golf 1, taxi bay 50.
Exit at Golf 1, bay 50, United 840.
Tender 5 and company at Alpha, proceed via runway 25, Golf 1. United 840, they've called in a late change for you for gate 60. Gate 60, so you can exit Golf 1, but we'll need to wait for the 380 to move before you can access gate 60. Change your gate, gate 60, United 840.
Okay, Golf 1, we'll wait for the 380 Singapore and then bay 60, United 840.